Hi friends, I hope you're enjoying reading your Just Right books at home and following along and reading with me as we continue reading Eugenia Lincoln and the Unexpected Package. You remember when we first began this story, I asked you to think about those three main parts of the story. And we've identified the characters and the main character being Eugenia. And yesterday, I asked you to think about an adjective, a word that could describe Eugenia, how she acts and thinks, how she lives life. What kind of words come to mind? Have you posted yet? If not, I hope you'll go in yesterday's post and write in the comments section a describing word, an adjective that helps us understand more about Eugenia. Understanding the character and her character traits are an important part of the story. When we understand the character, and their characters are usually written in a way to help us connect a little bit more deeply to the person so that we begin to understand better what the plot is. Sometimes there's even a lesson that the author is trying to write about. We can use these lessons or these stories to help us think about ourselves and about life. So I hope you were able to come up with a describing word for Eugenia. Today we're going to look for how the author uses something called personification. Personification is a way to write about something that is not human and give it a trait or make it do something that only humans can do. Good writers use figurative language like personification, again, to help us connect more deeply to the story, to really understand how Eugenia feels about this accordion, and maybe how the accordion feels about Eugenia. I want you to listen and find an example of personification as we read. Let's begin with the next chapter, as we look for personification. Chapter 3. What did the accordion company say, sister? Said Baby. Oh, something idiotic about how accordions are doorways to the soul, said Eugenia. Fascinating, said Baby. I have also heard that accordions can be a pathway to great joy. Joy? Said Eugenia. She snorted, and then she narrowed her eyes. What exactly do you know about this accordion, Baby Lincoln? Nothing, said Baby. Why would I know a thing about an accordion? She cleared her throat. I know exactly nothing about this accordion or any other accordion. That better be true, said Eugenia. She walked past Baby. She went into the living room and saw that the pig from next door had invited itself into the house and was now sitting on the couch and staring into space as if it were thinking, which it most certainly was not. Get off the couch immediately, Eugenia shouted. The pig looked at her and then looked away. Eugenia felt lightheaded. The world made no sense. How could a pig sit on a couch in one's own home? How could you not return an accordion? Maybe you should sit down, Miss Lincoln, said Frank. I'm fine, said Eugenia. I just need to make a list. Eugenia Lincoln was very fond of lists. They helped her think. Lists calmed her. They made the world seem orderly and reasonable and manageable, even though the world was none of those things. Frank led Eugenia to the chair across from the pig. Sit down here, he said. I'll get you a piece of paper and a pencil. Eugenia looked over at the accordion. It was sitting in the hallway. Its keys were gleaming in a malevolent way. Sister, said Baby. She poked her head into the room. I am thinking, said Eugenia. Don't disturb me. Yes, sister, said Baby. I will go away. Frank returned with a glass of water and a pad of paper and a pencil. Drink the water, said Frank. It will calm you down. I am perfectly calm, said Eugenia, but she drank the water anyway. And then she took the pencil and the paper and wrote, possible courses of action regarding the accordion. She underlined the words. She thought for a moment, and then she wrote, 1. Sell the accordion. 2. Destroy the accordion. 3. Give the accordion away. Frank looked over her shoulder. Those are all good ideas, Miss Lincoln, he said. I know, said Eugenia. She tapped the pencil against her teeth. You could also just, keep the accordion, said Frank. Not an option, said Eugenia. She looked up from her list and stared at the accordion. Its white keys were glowing in the late afternoon light coming in through the front door. It looked extremely determined. Miss Lincoln, said Frank, don't you want to know who sent you the accordion? Eugenia felt a small ping of uncertainty. It was the ping of the unknown, the unexplainable. Eugenia did not care for such pings. I do not want to know, said Eugenia. It's very mysterious, isn't it? Said Frank in a dreamy voice. Whenever I find out more about something, whenever I want to find out more about something, I look it up in the encyclopedia. I do not believe in the mysterious, said Eugenia. And in this instance, the encyclopedia would be no help at all. Baby came into the living room and said, wouldn't it be divine if you learned how to play the accordion, Eugenia? Wouldn't it be joyous? Would you please stop talking about accordions and joy, said Eugenia. I have absolutely no desire to learn how to play an accordion. Baby sighed. For heaven's sake, Baby, said Eugenia, why don't you make yourself useful? Go over to the Watsons and tell them to remove their pig from my house. In the meantime, I will call the Gisford Gazette. Yes, sister, said Baby. She sighed again. Eugenia went into the kitchen. She dialed the phone. Good afternoon, she said. I would like to place an ad in the classified under the heading Items for Sale. Yes, yes, thank you. I would like for the copy to read, for sale, brand new accordion, never used, reasonable price, inquire at 52 Decawoo Drive. Eugenia felt much better. Decisions had been made. Action had been taken. The accordion and its glowing keys would soon be gone. That would teach them, whoever they were, to send her an unexpected package. She walked back into the living room. Frank was in the chair reading volume U through V of the encyclopedia. The pig was still sitting on the couch. I should put an ad in the paper for you, said Eugenia to the pig. The pig ignored her. Without looking up from the encyclopedia, Frank said, Mr. and Mrs. Watson would be very upset if you tried to sell Mercy. And more is the pity, said Eugenia. Put our little nosy bookmark in there to keep us wondering about what is going to happen next.